Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another intuitive reading. Of course, not everything in this reading will resonate, so I encourage you to take what does and leave the rest. However, if this resonates, or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right in, you guys. Holy Spirit, what is the message here for the collective energy? What are the cards here that best represent the message? Someone feels there's an imbalance in their life. This is someone who still feels infatuated or drawn to your energy, but they feel something is shattered. The intimacy, the closeness is no longer there. This is someone who wants a new beginning, but they feel something is blank, shallow, hollow because they were superficial and there was no loyalty. This is someone who
Food for thought, 313.
tried to make you wait, or they tried to make you chase. This is someone who was giving in to the wrong things or the wrong people. This could be a masculine energy here. Please take it how it resonates, but someone was chasing a thrill. I feel this energy who was chasing a thrill is now completely depleted and exhausted. This is someone who is exhausted from all the games that they had played because now they realize how played out it is. This is someone who is thinking about the loyalty they should have given, the respect, the trust, yet this energy was unreliable and they had no dedication. Now the closeness has been affected as well as the harmony and peace, but I feel this energy is still compulsively thinking of you. Yet they also know something is damaged. This is someone who is now open to judgment because something is tense. There's a lot of stress and arguments, turbulence going on in their life, as well as a lot of tower moments. This is someone who is still suppressing, resisting, secretly thinking of you, secretly thinking about the memories, the spiritual connection they avoided or blocked. This is someone who pushed you away, who is now having deja vu, a karmic lesson, or these repeated patterns. Now they could be conflicted because they know they need to make a decision. This is someone who is conflicted about the chemistry, the consequences, and their curiosity. Now they could be fantasizing, daydreaming about an apology or their return. Yet I feel this energy is only thinking about one day, which is only causing things to further drift away. I feel for many of you, things are at a disconnect or detaching slowly, parting. But I feel it's only because this person feels trapped in their own circumstances, tied down, captive. Now this energy is guarded, cautious, apprehensive to a second chance, or even a positive outcome. This is someone who is possibly going through an awakening, an epiphany when it comes to a confession, something unraveling or being unveiled. Yet they could be still pretending, exaggerating, calling your bluff when it comes to boundaries or an illusion. In fact, someone is purifying, releasing, healing. I feel this is your energy. Wow. And they feel these limits. Someone has definitely pushed you to a final straw or a breaking point because something is frozen. Something is frozen after someone ran away or caused emotional or physical distance. But whatever the case, something is definitely unspoken. And there are some deep regrets. This energy is regretting the fact that there is space and too much time. Too much time wasted being sidetracked or delayed. Now this energy believes you're going to say no, reject them, dismiss them, possibly irritated by their energy because they're still confused, puzzled, unclear, and unsettled. This is someone who is unsettled when it comes to family or security being established within life. Not listening to their inner core, this energy is still holding out hope, wanting to manifest something bigger, greater in their life, but they're still going through an emotional storm. This energy is going through an emotional whirlwind where they're completely affected and unstable because they're still concealing, hiding, and keeping secrets. Yet this energy is still longing for you, wanting to be comforted by you, wanting to be nurtured by a feminine energy. This is someone who is still lacking depth, clashing with others, and wanting to be alone, but they're still being held back by some influences, dark attachments, or third parties. This is someone who didn't keep their promise, yet they're still cluttered with mixed signals and blocked emotions, thinking something is just a misunderstanding when something is painfully obvious, possibly even painfully clear. This energy drifted away from you because of the boundaries that you set, wanting you to break before they did. They caused this. They played these games, and now they're dealing with the consequences. Let's get a little bit more energy here. Holy Spirit, what is the message here? So something is definitely shattered within a situation. This is someone who needs to make a confession about their loyalty, their trust. But this person is still daydreaming because they're completely exhausted. This is someone who still doesn't want to go forward with something because they know they're going to have to do more than just apologize. But they're just thinking about another time, another moment, because they're still guarded and still dealing with the heavy load of baggage in the background. Something is very damaged within their life, something that they're not wanting to expose or reveal. I also feel this is someone who is second guessing a decision they made. A decision they made about you or against you. Yet they're still silent. This energy is still silent because they feel there's too many issues and they don't really know what to say. This is someone who doesn't know what to say because they've said too much. And a lot of those things were lies. These are lies they don't know how to retract or talk their way out of, or even make you feel like there was a misunderstanding because, as I said before, something was made clear. And they know there's not much they can say or do to change your mind. Yet they're hoping. This energy is hoping enough time apart may help you forget about all they've done, but it's only made things worse. I feel this energy has only made things worse by using time as a buffer, because it only made it seem like they didn't care, when truly they just didn't know how to deal. This energy didn't know how to deal with this situation, so they took the easy way out, or they didn't deal with it at all. Now this energy feels like they're stuck, damaged, and their life is out of place or in disharmony. This is someone who wants new direction, wants a fresh start, but they're apprehensive because there's no bond, there's no intimacy, there's no conversation. This is someone who wants to send a message to justify what has not been said or justify their lack of loyalty, but something is still blank, empty, shallow. I feel this energy is exhausted, depleted, and fatigued of a long journey because of their weak ways, their lustful energies, wanting to make you chase when they should have been chasing you, holding you as a priority. Yet this energy was distracted. Now they're tied down, stuck, or trapped. This is someone who feels lost, or they're taking a lot of losses, going through a lot of pain, grief, and sorrow, and holding some resentment. Maybe even some bitterness because things are unexpectedly falling apart. This is someone who feels like their life is in an upheaval, in a whirlwind, and it's hard to let go of some of the things that they're holding on to because they've taken so many losses. Yet I feel if they let go, they're better off. I feel this energy will be better off if they let go to clear their head space, but this energy is still roaming wild and taking risks. This energy is still taking risks, not thinking about the consequences or the possibilities of their free-spirited nature. Yet things are falling apart as we speak. This is someone who is feeling hopeless as they sink. They're not even fighting to stay afloat. Yet I feel they're still clinging and holding on to the thought of you. Yet even though they're holding on to the thought of you, this energy is still dishonest and elusive. This energy is elusive because of their pride, ego, arrogance, and stubbornness when it comes to affairs of the heart. This is someone who is upset about you saying goodbye, creating your own closure, when they did all of this so that you could hold on. However, there's no clarity or truth when dealing with this energy who is needing your support. Yet there's still conflict because they still feel they have choices. This is someone who is still avoiding things, but there's a lot of tension surrounding them, as well as what's to be their destiny, cause and effect because of their curiosity. I feel there's definitely consequences for their actions, and they just might be receiving those energies right now. This is why this person is feeling this lack of harmony within their life and wanting change. Let's get some final energy here. For some of you, this energy created a karmic relationship with you where things were good and now they're bad, or they could be sitting in that space right now with something or someone else. There's a lot of resentment and anger when it comes to this energy because they regret putting their energy or investing in something that was a waste of time. They regret not dodging a bullet. Now there's caution when it comes to their energy because no one fully trusts this energy. Wow, for some of you, no one really knows this energy. In fact, I feel this is someone you may no longer recognize. I feel this is someone you no longer recognize or understand because they have changed so drastically, or they're still not making sense when it comes to logic or reality. I feel there is still conflict. I feel there is still conflict because there is still pride. I feel this is someone who is not thinking from a logical space because they have surrounded themselves with the fake, the weak, and the phony. And I feel these energies keep them spiritually confused or emotionally unstable. Even though they know they'd rather be with you, this energy is still choosing the wrong things. Yet I also feel they're still compromising. This is someone who didn't dodge a bullet. They didn't see something coming, or they didn't want to. So they got tied up into a situation that they thought would work out. So they burned a bridge with you, not realizing the real damage that they were creating because they are simply lost without you. This is someone who is lost without you, but they didn't know their place. They didn't know their role in your life. Either Either that or they just couldn't accept it, level up to it, so they gaslighted you. Lying, creating trouble where there shouldn't have been. I feel this is someone who was very irresponsible, creating anxiety within a space or separation where there's unfinished business. But as I said before, sometimes you don't even know who this energy truly is. Changing day by day, moment to moment, it's hard to reconcile because there's so many differences. For many of you, there's still some things being hidden because they're guarded when it comes to affairs of the heart. And for many of you, you just feel like they'll never change. They're always living a separate or a double life. Now this energy is thinking about their non-committal ways and the memories created with you. Because you could be living in the moment now while they're dealing with their insecurities. For many of you, there is substance abuse. Because as I said before, this is someone who doesn't know how to deal. Doesn't know how to deal with toxic energy, jealous friends, or setting boundaries. They know they want to apologize. They know they want to apologize to a feminine energy, but they feel like they've been ordered to restrain themselves from you. There could be legal issues as well, but this is someone who has some very childish tendencies, who has broken the trust, created some type of dysfunction with you because there was no loyalty. For many of you, this is someone who insinuated something about your loyalty or something about... I feel like this is someone who was accusing you of some things that they were doing. There's a lot of insinuating. There's a lot of arguments. There's a lot of petty arguments that they have started here. Even blackmail. Someone wanted attention. But I feel whatever attention they got, they don't want now. They regret having this cloudy judgment. Now they're trying to numb the pain. This is someone who knows they vandalized what they had with you. They destroyed it. Now this energy is full of anxiety, on cringe, wanting to break free of this godlike complex. Yet I feel deep down they know they're guilty. Guilty as charged. For hurting you, destroying what they had with you, and doing so many things that were beneath the connection. For many of you, this is someone who burned a bridge with you, not knowing their role, their position, not honoring it. So they told you lies, causing more conflict, making something more complicated than it needed to be. Yet, as I said before, this is someone who they've been doing too much compromising with the wrong people, places, or things. And for some of you, this is the very reason you don't really know who they are. Not anymore. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. On cringe. For some of you, you feel like this could be narcissist energy, or they could be surrounded by that very energy. I feel this is the reason why they're having cloudy judgment, or they feel like they just can't get things right. But as I said before, this is an energy who is still compromising and attaching themselves to the wrong people, places, and things. Just to cope. Just to deal. Just to deal with what they don't have. But I feel they're also blocking what they truly need. So they may be trying to deal with their pain and misery in private. This energy is trying to deal with it in private, but it's causing more harm than good. as they are still weak to their own insecurities and still affected by what others think. And as much as they refuse to believe it, the company they keep definitely has an impact on their mental state or stability. Their cloudy judgment. This is someone who just doesn't realize some things yet, but they will. I just hope they realize some things before it's too late, because things can get a bit messy. Especially when karma steps in. For some of you, this is lovesick energy. This is lovesick energy from someone who has created a lot of problems for themselves. This is someone who is waiting on a call or wanting to call,
For thought, 313.
but they don't have a clue what to do or say if given the chance. This is someone who is wanting to communicate, but there's communication issues. Someone has a wall up. This could be your energy or theirs, but they feel like they've come to a dead end. Feeling like there is no change, there is no movement, you'll never see them in the same energy, but they were the ones who were being stubborn. Now they feel that's your energy. I feel like this is someone who is right now emotionally unavailable, trying to get through it, trying to not crumble under the pressure, but I feel they're still in a state of confusion. I feel this state of confusion is stemming from them being emotionally unavailable. I feel like this person avoiding their emotions is causing them to drown in them. These are unfamiliar territories where this energy is dealing with emotions that they have been resisting or suppressing for some time. But I feel this energy going through karma is bringing something to a head where this energy is now having to deal with their shadow self, their own demons. I feel there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered. However, this energy is dealing with some rejection, antisocial energies. And I also feel they're dealing with third parties, arguments. They're dealing with some new stuff, some things that are over their head. And I also feel this third party energies, these groups of energies, it's all fake love. An illusion. Because what they feel or think is there is truly not. There's no trust. There's no bond. Only karma. This is why this person is feeling antisocial, not wanting to show themselves, not wanting to be a part of other groups, because they don't want what's going on inside to show on the outside. This is someone who has commitment issues, but they also want attention. They love attention. In fact, I feel this is attached to their ego or their childish tendencies, their insecurities. But they're wanting to come out of this. But I also feel others are watching. Watching this train wreck. And for many of you, it just might be hard to watch. Let's get a final deck out here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking the video. So let's get some final energy here, Holy Spirit. What is the message here for the collective? What are the cards here that best represent the reading? Someone's depressed because they got caught. Someone's upset because they should have checked themselves. Yet they fell into a dark state. Someone should have checked themselves about these fake friends and haters. This energy was not really seeing something for what it was. And they allowed some fake friends or family members to tear something apart. Now there's arguments because they tried to affect the wrong one. This energy tried to put you in their place, and now they're affected because they're on the outside looking in. There's no love where they at, wherever they're at. Final energy here. Whoa. So someone knows they're about to get kicked to the curb, but they're wanting to tell their truth first. This is someone who is wanting to set the record. This is someone who is wanting to set the record straight about their betrayal. This is someone who is wanting to set their record straight about their betrayal because they are about to get kicked to the curb. I feel someone is also envying your position. Someone is doing something out of a space of fantasy, wanting to fulfill a fantasy, wanting to have something that others wanted or what they were missing out on, but something was clearly toxic, poisonous, and they took the bait. This is someone who took the bait by following fake friends or those they thought were on point, should have been put on a pedestal, but I feel this is someone who fell for the okie doke, the pipe dream, because now they're being rejected. This energy is being rejected because of their betrayal, but I feel there are energies around them that they trusted who envy them, envied their position. Now they feel thrown away, or they regret running and trying to throw you away because they feel now it didn't work. Whatever they were trying to do to you, it only backfired. For many of you, this is an energy who is thinking over things. This is someone who is thinking things were not supposed to get out of hand like this. They just wanted to teach you a lesson or put you in your place. Excuse me. This energy wanted to put you in your place. This is why there were so many arguments. This is why things felt out of place. This is why this energy was not able to check themselves. This energy was still sitting in a space of a non-reality, an illusion. They just wanted to teach you a lesson that backfired. This is someone who is now realizing that. This is someone who is realizing things backfired because it only ended up showing their true colors. Or taking things to this new level of disrespect only burned a bridge with you for good. However, things began to fade when they couldn't fix what they broke. I feel for many of you who have a great understanding that many people make mistakes. However, this energy repeated these mistakes over and over again and never choosing or having the tools to fix it, just breaking things along the way. Then they took the easy way out by using silence as a tool. This is someone who used the silent treatment or trying to make you jealous, yet I feel the reaction they got in return from you was unexpected. This is someone who is now wanting to burn the evidence, but I feel there's so many questions because of it. Things are being left out on purpose. This is someone who is wanting to toss something out, get rid of something. They are even getting rid of people who could tell the truth or shine light on something. Not wanting the two to come together. But I feel the record will be set straight regardless. Because even though they created this distance or separation, they may have also taken you for granted for the last time. I feel like this is someone who took your silence as a defeat or a weakness, when really your silence is more important than proving a point. I feel it was more important to be in your own energy and align without this energy, recover the way that you felt it was necessary. Because I feel like this is someone who's about to prove your point for you effectively. Now the silence that was supposed to break you or affect you is now hurting them the most. Wow. So for many of you, this is someone who is now wanting to talk. They want to vent. They want to talk about some things. They also want to let you know how they feel they should have made certain decisions or choices. Choices that some of you now feel are too late to recover from. No apologies necessary. But this energy does want to talk about how they put on a show. They want to let you know they don't hate you. They didn't try to hurt you. But they were only moving from this selfish space. Now you could be defending yourself or standing your ground because someone got caught up or kept your secret for too long. Kept something a secret for too long. Whatever the case, it was a bad choice. It was a bad choice if they're now reflecting on or thinking about. Knowing they should have never tried to control, manipulate, or lie to you, string you along, because now everything is falling apart. This energy feels like something has expired. This energy is sick to their stomach because of their insecurities in the games they played. Now this energy is trying to brainstorm, come up with some type of idea to their problem. But I don't feel this energy has the best problem-solving skills. I mean, had they had those skills, they wouldn't have ended up in this mess. But whatever the case, this energy is still trying to figure things out. This energy is trying to figure something out before they make an announcement or express something, reveal something. This energy is still not speaking out, but they're still watching. They're only watching because they feel you don't have time to listen or you don't want to. For many of you, this is someone who is still in their feelings and their emotions about running, being kicked out, being kicked to the curb. This is someone who wants to talk about it, but this is someone who is still blaming you.
Food for thought.
They're going to talk about it, but they're wanting an apology as well, when this is someone who should be doing the apologizing. This is someone who is not wanting to tell the truth about something that is going up in flames, going up in smoke. But I feel for many of you, you already know the tea. You already know the truth. And if you don't, you will. Something is going to be painfully obvious, especially if you have a chance to see this energy or hear from this energy, because it will all be the same old thing, just a different moment in time. What I got just now is same thing, different address. Holy Spirit, what is the message? Final messages. Whoa. So this is someone who is definitely wanting to vent and set the record straight about some type of fantasy they had, something that they were trying to do behind your back. But I feel they know you were trying to be the better person in this situation. They know you were trying, but they're still trying to make you feel like you did something wrong when you did everything right. You held back when you know you could have did more to hurt them. For many of you, you had to be the adult in this situation. For many of you, I also feel you could be a mothering figure or a parenting figure here. Please take it how it resonates. But I feel this is another reason why you're cautious. For many of you, you're cautious because this energy repeats things over and over again, especially when it comes to something being outdated or discarding or disregarding your emotions or feelings. This is someone who should be checking themselves, but they're not. In fact, I feel they're spoiled and still putting on a show. This energy being spoiled is only causing them more drama, more heartache. They're only getting more pain from their pleasures. Yet they're still making bad decisions. This is someone who is starting to have tension with someone else, or the stability is starting to be affected here. I feel like their stability is being affected in a way where karma is starting to settle in, and the consequences are lasting. Now they're starting to feel things will never change or be the same. And they just might be right. Because something is definitely blocking the connection. I feel something is now blocking your energy. Possibly this is protection. But this energy knows they screwed up. And they're very emotional about it. In fact, this is someone who is very sad, upset, hurt, emotional. Not knowing how to present something to you. This is someone, as I said before, now second guessing all of the things they did and said. All the choices they made. The people they chose to use against you. This energy now regrets trying to ride something out. It only made things worse. It only caused you to feel like they never cared. But as I said before, they just couldn't deal with it. It got too hot to handle. Now they feel you're just over it. Tired of the drama. This could also be their energy as well, being tired of those around them, because there is a lot of drama. There's a lot of chaos. And a lot of lasting consequences. I definitely feel this is someone who is having tension with someone else around them. This energy feels bullied, or they feel like they're being drained. They don't understand something. But I feel something was returned to sender. If this energy is not having an understanding of something and not understanding why these tower moments are going as deep as they're going, it's because they are getting the same energy they have given to others. There's no second chances. And they're attracting the wrong things in life. There's no fight. This energy is not fighting. They're just angry. This energy is angry, trying to put the pieces together, but this energy needs to do it with facts. And with that, they have to check themselves. Tell themselves the truth. Because until they are honest with themselves, things will always be lost. Things will always be jaded. Things will always be a nightmare. I feel like this is someone who is wasting time doing all of this mess. Clear their energy. And want nothing to do with those around them. This energy needs to close out contact. But there's a lot of emotion and sadness because you're protecting yourself. This energy has love for you. They still have a crush on you. They have heart for you. But they were doing anything for money. Now there is legal issues, and they're drowning in their emotions because things are going up in flames, and all they can do is watch from the outside, looking in as you grow and win. This energy is so upset. They feel like, man, I should have knew this before, but this energy was not thinking about anything or anyone but self. And this is why they got where they are. Because it was all about what they wanted and what they needed or what they thought they needed. I feel this is someone who doesn't want you to know they're going through it. This energy is going through a lot behind the scenes. Yet I feel what they're going through is a wake-up call. A wake-up call, and for some of you, it could be a final destination. Wow. This energy could be at their final destination, believing there's no hope, so they just won't try. But I feel if they don't find a way, if this energy doesn't find a way to make what they did right, because deep down, they know what they did was wrong, nothing is going to go right. Now they can only hope to break free. They can only hope to break free from a mental prison they've created by not having answers or wanting to talk. Because now there's no trust. There's no trust or conversation at all. Yet I feel even though, if many of you had your way, this situation would be healed or growing in a direction that made sense. But you can't do the work alone. They must do the work too. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and has found some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. I hope to see you again, guys. Bye.